3, 2, 1, 0.
What up? Welcome to Dynamite Rocketship. I'm your host, Toby McMullen. Please subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to any of the audio platforms. We're on all of them. Drop a comment, leave a like, all that good shit. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it more than I could ever say. Had a little something to take the edge off this week, huh? I'm just here to pop in, say what up during your work day, your nap time, whatever the hell it is you're doing out there. I imagine one of you has taken a spoon from the kitchen, brought it into the bathroom, lit a candle, and are going to drift off nice and easy into a deep, deep opioid-based slumber while the sultry sounds of my voice try and bring you back to reality. Don't go towards the light. All right, I'm just kidding. Yeah, what up? I hope everyone had a great weekend. I had a fucking awesome time. Today, I'm recording this on Monday. It comes out tomorrow. Hectic day. I've been filming all goddamn day. So I am beat. I rode the train here from deeper in Brooklyn than I would ever like to be. And my God, were the teens out in full force. Everyone knows teens on the train, very scary. Just watching my back, freaking out. I'm like, they're everywhere. So what are they going to insult? My shoes, my lack of a haircut, my pale skin? No, because there was an ally on the train who took because, we are all the main character in our movie, right? Well, I get on the train, a bunch of youths get on. I'm like, they're going to pick on me and start a fight. Their frontal lobe isn't fully developed, so they don't know how to, they don't know that they should only be swinging 80% to conserve energy. They're just going haymakers, because that's the world I live in inside, is that every teen who's near me is going to try and physically assault me, and I won't be able to do anything about it. But luckily, there was a real crazy guy on the train, and it was like two Pokemon battling, someone threw out pack of teens, and then another one threw out full-blown crazy guy. And this guy, he is talking to no one, right? But at the same time, everyone, he just started screaming. He just goes, hey, you got to keep your head up. They want you to put your head down. You don't put your head down. You keep it up. And then just started laughing like the Joker. Just and I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, in that guy's brain, he's the man. He's like a motivational TikToker. He's like an Andrew Tate level. He's like, you got to wake up and grind. You know what I'm saying? If you want to lead the orchestra, first you got to put your back to the audience or whatever. That's some dumb shit you'd see on fucking Twitter or whatever. Because he's just in his mind, he's like, I am dropping knowledge. And I watched all those teens who got on yelling and screaming and putting each other in headlocks and giving each other noogies. They all clammed up toot sweet. And it was like a fun New York City rock, paper, scissors. It's like, oh, okay, one crazy guy beats pack of teens. So that's good to have in the bag to know for future reference. And the power scaling of public nuisances in New York. Crazy guy trumps all. But yo, Super Bowl, holy shit, what a snoozer. Guys, listen, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but if you want to watch some real competition, you got to check out the Call of Duty League. No, I'm kidding. I won't talk about professional Call of Duty, I swear to God. But my God, is it better than that dog shit that was paraded throughout America last night and all around the world? Man, that game sucked shit. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Seahawks. Nobody cares. That game stunk on ice. I went to a great party, though. I went to a party with a bunch of great comics. I went with my girlfriend came, got to meet all the bros. It was awesome. But about, I'd say 5 seconds into walking into the apartment, it was for a friend of the show, Lizzie Cassidy. She threw the shindig. I realized that this whole thing is just for her to show off how cool her apartment is. She had a dog table. It was sick. And I was so jealous. You walk in and it's like big living room, projector, cool furniture, dude. I'm talking about like it looked like the set of a New York City sitcom from 1993. It's what you picture in your mind when people say like New York City apartment. You know, she's in Manhattan. It's like vintage, cool furniture. The living room connects to the bedroom. You walk through that. You go to the kitchen. The kitchen's got a loft going on. Everybody's eating wings. It was awesome. I did watch the halftime. We watched the halftime show. It was a good ass time. Bad Bunny couldn't name a song before or after his performance, but he seemed to be really making people move their hips in ways that would require surgery if I did it. Like, I would be, if I tried to throw ass like any of those hunky dudes and babes in that halftime show did, I mean, I would hear a pop. I would be straight, just... I'd be taken out, dude. I mean, that was Dumper City, dude. Fellas and the ladies. Dumpers for whatever you're into. I couldn't give a shit either way. I don't care. I do think that the Kid Rock halftime show is the lamest thing that's fucking ever happened on planet Earth. That shit sucked. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna, though. I have to see it. They filmed it. They pre-taped it on a soundstage. They didn't even go live. It's like, dude. Yeah, how many fucking idiots go live every single day from their bedroom? You got all this money to go toe to toe with fucking, and you don't do it. And insane. There are claims that it was view botted. 5 million concurrent viewers for the Turning Point fucking sucking Eagles dick America halftime show. But yeah, 5 million concurrent, and the chat was not moving. But it's like, dude, that's not a real. That's, if you're not like deep in the streamer world, that's how people will judge a live stream's authenticity. A lot of times they have a live chat going in the side, and if there's a lot of viewers and the chat's moving slow, that's usually an indicator that someone's fudging the numbies. And I'm not talking about keyboard elves here. I'm talking about someone paid $1,000 for 20,000 fucking iPhone 3s somewhere in India to spark up Twitch and get the views cooking. Which, you know, more power to you. I wish I had the the balls to view, but I can't do it. It's so fucking lame. It's like if you're gonna tank, just tank, dude. Who gives a fuck? But I will say this about the halftime show. It was such an obvious ploy by the NFL to just get more market share outside of the United States. That's the only thing they care about. There's going to be more international games played next year than there ever have been in an NFL season. And it's so, of course, it's like, who do we get? If they get the usual staples, you know, some sort of hip hop artist or rock star or the combination rock star rapper, it's not going to move the needle at all. Everyone in America knows about football. They did it. The marketing is done. If you walked up to someone and anywhere in America and were like, hey, you know what football is, right? And they said no, you would be speaking to an alien, dude. That guy would then bend you over and probe your ass because you were talking to fucking E.T. Okay? They did it. Everyone knows about football. Most people watch it already. They have absolutely maximized the profits potential of the National Football League in America. So their only move is to now try and spread it elsewhere, which is never going to happen because everywhere else loves the simplest game known to man, which is football or soccer, a game that only requires, you know, a ball and a goal, which can be made with shoes or a bag or rocks or whatever. Two places you can get through. It's why football is so popular. It requires nothing. It requires less than basketball, which requires a hoop. Soccer can be played fucking anywhere. That's why it's the global fucking sport. And what football requires is a dad who never achieved anything, who then is going to take all of that out on you and make you put the fucking pads on and fucking get in a 3-point stance and stare down his failure while you get fucking CTE. And then if you do succeed and you do achieve and you do make it to the NFL, you then get to make a deal with the devil where you're paid tens of millions of dollars to live like a god until 50, at which point you are contractually obligated to shoot yourself in the heart to preserve your brain for science. And that's what the NFL is. And let me tell you, It's a pretty good time. It's fun. I mean, come on. Watching a dude running up the gut, fucking break through coverage and then take off for 15, 20 yards. It's electric. It's one-handed catches. I mean, come on. Football's good shit. But yeah, that's why Bad Bunny was the fucking... It had nothing to do with representation. People are like, this is great representation. It's like, no, this is about shareholders, dude. This has nothing to do with representation. This is, God damn it. They are literally using the political climate, because this is the thing. Because they don't care. They just want people to be mad, and they want people to be stoked. So they get someone who's going to make the most people stoked, which Bad Bunny's the biggest artist on the fucking planet apparently, and the most people mad, a guy who's going to sing not in English. So biggity bam, I predicted this will be the most viewed halftime show ever in the history of halftime shows because of the outrage and just it's so easy. So many posts today. What'd you think of the halftime show? Which one did you watch? I mean, it's all about money, bro. Wake up, dog. Fuck. But this Super Bowl did spawn a new tradition in my life. I'm so hyped on it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever been a part of. We're gearing up to get down. It was 1 degree leaving the apartment last night. Felt like -15, dude. But it's football Sunday, and we're going to hang out with the homies. So me and my gal, we suited up. We go to hit the train, and by our train, there's an unbelievable bakery. Super fire, dude. I mean, they got it. They got it all. They got hot dogs and pretzels. They got bao buns. They got cake. They got coffee. It's a bakery, dude. And we're like, what should we bring? Everyone is bringing savory, so we're thinking sweet. So my gal's like, let's get a cake. I was like, fuck yeah, let's get a cake. And I'm like, what about that cake? And she goes, that's the biggest cake in here. Why would we ever bring that? No one's going to eat that cake. Let's get that cake. And I said, great, good call. You're totally right. Yep. You are the fucking, you are the commander in chief in this fucking operation. We'll follow your lead. Picked up a beautiful little cake. Because it's like, I'm going to a Super Bowl party with comics. Like, it's going to be Tostitos, medium salsa, and Tostitos restaurant style chips as far as the eye can see. So you show up with a full cake. I mean, you're balling, dude. And she was opposed to my idea of what I did last year at the Super Bowl, which is just an idea that I stole from KCB, which is she would like during the first quarter would order pizzas so they'd arrive during halftime. Fire move. My maneuver was pull up to the party with a couple 2-3 frozen pizzas. Then, second quarter kicks off. That's when you start preheating that up. Bop it a bop it a bop. Halftime rolls around. You got hot pizzas coming out the oven right as people are like perusing what's left of the pretzel rods and whatever else. Instantly snackable shit had been picked apart the whole night. And then everyone goes, "You brought frozen pizzas? That's what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?" And they get 2-3 beers in them, and then they see those things slide out of that oven. Perfect, because I am the world's greatest frozen pizza chef. I'll go toe to toe with any man or woman or guy or fucking, I don't know. I said I wanted a third example and I just said a different word for dude. Any man, woman, or child or extraterrestrial or whatever the fuck. I'll go toe to toe with you. You want a fucking Jax? I'll put it out perfect. You want a fucking, you want a DiGiorno? Done. So nice, dude. No goo in the middle, because that's the tricky part of the DiGiorno is that you don't want to overdo the top, but you also don't want that goo in the middle. You want a fully cooked crust, dude. I got you, bro. And then those things slide out of the oven. Everyone's got like 3-4 beers in them. They go, oh fucking yeah, dude. I'll have a fucking slice, dude. So we're getting this cake, right? And the woman who's giving us the cake, it goes, do you want to say happy birthday? Because that's the only reason anyone ever buys a cake. And we did decline the birthday. They were like, I assumed they were going to write it or maybe stick something in it that said happy birthday. But instead, we were just giggling on the train, just going, "Happy birthday, football!" So halftime rolls around. Bad Bunny rips it. One of the homies brought a bunch of like shakers and maracas and shit and passed them out. That was pretty cute. People are tapping along or whatever. I sneak off into the kitchen. I'm gonna bust this cake out. And part of the like cake package is they gave you a plastic cake knife and 2 candles. Classy establishment, this place we're getting these cakes from, right? That's when the fucking inspiration strikes. And by inspiration, I do mean my girlfriend said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we did this?" And I said, "Yes, I'll do it." So I stick 2 candles in, light them up. And the night before, we had been to a birthday party for my buddy Kevin, shout out Kev, who was also there at the Super Bowl party. I'll tell you about his birthday party in a second. It was a good time. So I walk in, candles ablazing, just start singing "Happy Birthday." Everybody joins in, and Kev was standing right by the door, and he looks and he's like, and he just goes, "Oh, dude, not again!" Blow right past him. He was already hitting people with the, "Oh, I can't believe it." You can't believe it because this ain't for you, buddy. So I get everybody going, "Happy birthday to you." And you got to do this next Super Bowl. You got to try it out. It's so fun because everyone will join in, and you will start people doing the mental math of whose fucking birthday is it and why wasn't I informed, dude? Like, fuck. Should I brought a present? Am I a piece of shit? Is it my birthday? I literally, someone did afterwards say they thought maybe it was for them. And then they were like, "My birthday's in April." I don't know why I thought that. But so we'll walk this cake in. "Happy birthday to," I go, football, to football. Happy birthday, football, dude. Big laugh. Everyone's so stoked. And now everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm laughing and there's cake. Let's go." And I'm passing out slices. I gave a pregnant lady a slice of cake. She got the first slice. It's the first time I've ever done anything courteous for a pregnant woman in my entire fucking life. It felt great. I really felt like the man. I was like, "Who wants cake?" She's like, "I'll have one." I was like, "Hell fucking yeah." Boom. Cake was delicious. Party was a good time. The NFL is out to get us all. Ring camera. Dude, I fucking told you. I told you. Ring camera. Dude, all day today, people are like, "Can you believe that ring cameras are the surveillance state?" And it's like, yes, dude, what? That's all I've been saying. How did you not know, dude? Dude. The second ring cameras hit the scene, I was like, "Oh, this is not good. This is not good." Because this is just a giant company that's going to now be, it's ubiquitous. It's fucking on every house is wired for sound to a camera that records you in high definition and broadcasts it over Wi-Fi. The world's most secure conveyance of information. And so they ran this commercial. If you missed it, they ran a commercial during the Super Bowl and by the way, it's like the guys who own rings, they're going to be, if they aren't already, they're going to be billionaires. And the whole reason that fucking ring cameras exist is because Jeffrey Bezos decided to sell books in his garage, which then turned into Amazon, so that he became a bajillionaire, so that he could go to islands and fucking hang out with his boys or whatever. And the local youth, or not local, chartered. And they made $1 bajillion, and then now he undercut every mom and pop and every local business. So now that everything that you buy, whatever little fucking dumbass thing you could pop into your head and possibly want to consume, whether it be a razor scooter so you can learn tail whips, or a fucking butt plug so you can put it in your tail, that stunk. And because of that, people steal those packages. So now we all need cameras that are connected to the fucking Wi-Fi, and no one thought that we were making a giant fucking neural net of surveillance. That then last night, Ring was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, these things are like chalk to the gills with facial recognition, but don't worry, we're going to use them to find your lost dog." Who is buying that? Nobody, dude. Oh my God, they're only going to look for Maltese. That might have been too subtle. I don't know if that plays. This episode is sponsored by Row. If you're looking for better nights in the bedroom, Row Sparks are here to help. Row Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for better, longer erections. Rock hard cocks. They dissolve under your tongue and work in 15 minutes on average, so you can be ready whenever the moment arises, and everyone can have a great time in bed. Spice up your life, baby. Put a little paprika on that deviled egg, if you know what I'm talking about. Get after it, huh? Surprise your lady or fella or whatever it is you're into out there with a little bit of. Put some pep in their step, huh? Hell yeah. Get your confidence back. Get a confidence boost. Try and set a new record, for God's sake. Do whatever it is you want out there. I don't judge you. I just want to help you. Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online and treatments ship discreetly. That means no awkward conversations or in-person wait rooms. You don't got to look anyone in the eyes and say that your confidence ain't what it should be, which is just how we like it in the modern era. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at row.co/dynamite to find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. That's row.co/dynamite for $15 off your first order. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For safety information, go to row.co/safety info. Yeah, Ring Cam, man, they are tracking us, bro. And here's the other thing is that, like, as I mean, they already have this shit in the UK where every single street you walk down, you're in front of a bajillion CCTVs and they're all connected and they can just track you indefinitely. But it's going to be that, but then it's also going to be even worse. You're going to have the Teslas with the Sentry systems where they're constantly recording everything that's happening around them and then supposedly deleting it, but it's like storage space is basically free for them. They have the giant server farms. They're just going to constantly... It's going to get to a point where you won't be going anywhere without somebody being able to know exactly where you are. And if you don't have a problem with that, I don't want to speak to you ever. Holy fuck, you can't be cool with that. We used to fucking stand for something. Oh, one last thing about the Super Bowl. An incredible moment where the quarterback for the Seahawks is doing his post-game interview. They're going, you just won the Super Bowl. You're standing with confetti. How are you feeling? What are your emotions? And this guy takes a beat. He pauses. He reflects. He thinks about his whole life, all the sacrifice, all the hard work that led him to this moment. And he just goes, I just want everyone out there to know that if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And it's like, dude, that's factually inaccurate. The guys on the other side of the field believed in themselves so much, dude. They fully believed in themselves. So if anything, if you believe in yourself, you got maybe a 50-50 shot of it working out, and probably not even that. But dude, it's so funny to be like, all I did was believe in myself. And it's like, dog, Drake May believed in himself, and he threw like 19 incomplete passes. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Now, that guy believed in himself so hard that he got himself to the Super Bowl and he'll never be able to look his dad in the eyes again. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? No, believing in yourself is the fucking worst thing that you can happen, because that's how you wind up in a fucking studio in Brooklyn talking to nobody. Just kidding, I'm talking to you guys, but you get what I'm saying. Sometimes belief in yourself is the last fucking thing you need, dude. You got to believe in yourself. There's just a guy on the other side of the field crying into confetti, colored like the opposing team. It's going, why did I believe in myself? I really thought we had that. Oh, and on the way to the Super Bowl party, there was a guy. When you're on the subway, there's the best seats in the house are in the back of the car. It's like long benches that go pretty much the length of the car, and that's like Gen Pop. But then you got your little VIP section at the end of the car by the doors, which is a little 2-seater, which is generally just like a 1-seater. You usually get those to the face, and you're chilling, you're putting your feet up. And you're basically Rick Ross in a Maybach. If you're in the 2-seater in the back of the fucking F train, You're Rick Ross in a Maybach. You're drinking you're drinking Kool-Aid out of a champagne flute, getting your dick sucked. You're Rick Ross in a Maybach. And so I'm in the Rick Ross Maybach seats with my lady. She has a little cake on her lap. She wouldn't let me carry it because she thought I would ruin it. Smart move by her. And across from us is a guy who is truly lamping in the Hamptons. This guy is full Maybach mode on the F train. He's got his backpack turned to provide some sort of, like a makeshift lean-to style reclining chair, a true lazy boy. And he's got his feet up on the thing, and he's just knocked out. And now the thing about this is that this dude looks homeless, but he's not homeless. He's just drunk in public. A very subtle distinction. You got to look for the signs, right? We get to a stop, and the doors open, and this woman is like going to get off the train and sees this dude snoozing and leans around the corner and sets a bag of what I thought was food. A bag of food on this guy, which people will do sometimes. A homeless dude's passed out. People will, drop some food for them. Whatever, they wake up, they have some grub to munch on. Very cool maneuver. Highly encourage it. When I worked at Gino's East in Chicago, I was walking home. I had you get a shift meal. I had a little personal pizza. I was so over the fucking deep dish. I walked by this guy. He goes, hey man, can you help me out? Can you spare anything? And I was like, yo, I don't have any cash on me, but I got this pizza if you want. And this guy goes, bitch. And he looks to his left, and he has a stack of pizzas from people who left, who were going back to their hotel or whatever because it was a tourist trap. He's just like, bitch, I got pizza. I need crack. So shout out that guy. I mean, put that on a t-shirt. Bitch, I got pizza. I need crack. But yeah, this lady leans in, and I'm thinking she's dropping him off some whatever leftovers from wherever she was grubbing at. And no, this lady just put a bag of straight trash on this guy, which is, I mean, what a fucking piece of shit that lady is. And by the way, looked at us and smiled like, wow, what a fun prank. Dude, that lady needs to get hit by a fucking train. I hope that lady gets fucking murdered, dude. What a evil fucking, I hate that lady. But shout out this dude. He just fucking woke up, went, what bag? Set it back down, right back to sleep. A true warrior. Football's over. Now it's straight on to the Winter Olympics, which from what I've heard, other countries are taking very seriously. It's basically the fucking fuck America games, which, all right, shout out to you. And I don't give a fuck about the Winter Olympics. The only thing I care about is the snowboarding. The rest of the Winter Olympics is just if your HOA did the X Games. Shit is whack. It's snowboarding and then a bunch of whacktivities. Dude, I do not care who wins curling. Fucking Canada, you got it, dudes. Fucking get after it. But snowboarding, that's our shit. We invented that shit. Right? Snowboarding was invented in 1965 by Michigan engineer Sherman Poppin. Dude, that's a fire name, dude. Sherman Poppin. Hell yeah, this guy rips. Yeah, that's our shit. So long as we win the snowboarding, I do not give a fuck about anything else that happens in the Winter Olympics. I mean, I hope that one straight up Serbian murder guy comes back. That guy was sick. Fire memes. But yeah, overall, I couldn't give a fuck. But we gotta take home the snowboarding. That's us. That's our shit, dude. Although the problem with competitive snowboarding is it's just spin to win is what they call it. It's basically because of the lack of the ability to flip the board, you're sort of limited in what you're able to achieve because you basically have two axes to spin on and then, grab variations. And then obviously you can change your stance and go switch or whatever. But it's like it's basically just like who spent the year in Switzerland, where it's just where a lot of dudes train, and added a 180 onto whatever the guy did last year. So if it's a 1440 who got the 16 or whatever. So that part isn't that great. The best snowboarding competition is called the Knuckle Huck, which you haven't watched snowboard Knuckle Huck, dude, you gotta. It's in the X Games. It's the best event in Winter X Games now. It's basically, okay, so on a ski jump, right? Like on a snowboarding jump, there's the actual ramp, the kicker, right? Or the booter, the money booter, dude. Get fucking booted, dude. And then there's the landing, right? And in the middle, there's a flat tabletop, and the peak of the landing, right, where it goes from flat to down, that point is the knuckle, right? That's the knuckle of the landing. And what knuckle huck is dudes hucking it off the knuckle, right? So instead of jumping off a ramp or a jump, you just send it off the flat jump, and then because the ground goes down and you go out, you catch air and do tricks. And it's so fucking sick, dude. There's this guy Zeb Powell. He's so tight. He looks exactly like the dude that Johnny Tsunami meets when he leaves Hawaii. That reference sucks. That's a shitty reference. Jonah Hill should come in here and be like, dude, your references suck, bro. Yeah, Johnny Tsunami, no good. Yeah, he's awesome. He's just like the most stylish dude. The board that he rides is way too fucking big. It's super long. It's got, and that's his like whole thing, is that he rides a board that no one else could ride, and he's just so stylish. And the whole thing about Knuckle Huck is that it's impossible to, do a fucking whatever. It doesn't matter. It's impossible to do backflips and spins. You can do a couple, but you can't do like a cork 14, which is, a backflip and then one more 360 than a 1080. Or like a double cork would be if you double backflip, and then you're basically you just jump and you wind up in a ball and spin as fast as you can, like Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what these guys are doing. But Knuckle Huck is all about steez, baby. It's all about just super tweaked fucking method airs, and then just awesome old school snowboarding shit. And that's why people fuck with it, because it allows for a lot more creativity. Like dudes going up and then nose pressing, which is like a nose manual, like nose wheeling across the knuckle, and then front flip 180 or whatever. It's fucking tight. If you haven't watched Knuckle Huck, dude, get involved. That shit rips. And Zeb Powell is so tight. It's cool. It's like, this has got to be the first time that a black snowboarder has been the best snowboarder, because he just is the steeziest. He's so creative and he's awesome, dude. It's like if a dolphin could snowboard. He's just so smooth, dude. He's just fucking, he rips. It's so tight. But the rest of the Winter Olympics, who cares? You got skis and a gun? Get the fuck out of here, dude. So does everyone in Vermont. No one gives a fuck about that. The Winter Olympics is so whack. It's just so that people from Maine can compete in something other than fucking biggest dorks in America. There's nothing cool. The downhill's kind of tight, I guess. I don't know. Something about races where it's just timer, that you're just racing the timer, that doesn't move the needle for me at all. If those slalom races were 9 people at once, it could be kind of tight. But even the Red Bull shit, the Red Bull Ice Cross, where it's dudes basically on a frozen water slide on hockey skates just battling, even that shit's not that cool to me. I'm not a big race guy. That could be taken out of context. Yeah, but the Winter Olympics, I couldn't really give a shit. Yeah, satire is dead. I don't know if you guys caught that. Elon Musk tweeted out a screenshot from Silicon Valley of the CEO of Huli, which is the fake Microsoft in Silicon Valley, of the CEO going, I want to be the guy who makes humanity obsolete or whatever. And Elon actually tweeted that. And he's building a base on the moon. This dude is a supervillain, bro. He just is. And what's funny is that he's not even a villain. They wouldn't even let him on the island. He's king fucking dork, dude. I really don't give a shit either way about him. But I was like, dude, that sucks. I hate that. He just takes a joke and then just makes it reality. It's like, fuck that shit. Would you live on the moon given the opportunity on some Umbrella Academy #1 shit? I got nothing to do on the moon. I would go to the moon if they would let me bring a basketball hoop so I could finally dunk. So I could just know what that feeling is. Although if I wanted to do, I guess I could just go to Sky Zone. That wouldn't be as cool. I would dunk on the moon, and then I would take the footy and I would speed it up so it looked regular speed. That's I'm like slow-mo jamming. No one will believe it. No one will. I'll never dunk. I'll never dunk, dude. I have a list here of words and phrases that are now banned. So if you use any of these, I would highly encourage you to stop because they're played out. And we can't be saying this shit anymore. All right. So list of banned words. Up first, we have break silence. Every single article that comes out about anyone who says anything publicly, they're breaking silence. It's this like headline journalism that was reserved for the National Enquirer, such and such breaks silence of what actually happened at Area 51. Bubba Hotep. Bubba Hotep breaks silence about his encounter with Bigfoot, break silence sucks ass. And that's anytime anyone in the public eye says anything, they're breaking silence. And dude, that sucks ass. The break wind. Now we're talking. All right. Next up, unhinged. Dude, anytime someone says this guy is like, it'll be like, this guy's unhinged. And then it's a guy eating a hot dog with no condiments. It's like, this guy's fucking unhinged. It's like, dude, no, unhinged used to mean something. Unhinged used to mean a guy ate his entire family and then ate a hot dog with no condiments. Like, that guy's unhinged. This this guy chained the locks of a mall closed and then set it on fire and then had Auntie Anne's pretzel that he dipped in mayo. That's unhinged, dude. Fucking pineapple on pizza isn't unhinged. It's very hinged. Everyone's hinged, dude. Unhinged sucks. Blankety blank unhinged, and it's the most fucking milquetoast take you've ever heard in your entire life, dude. Oh, this guy's unhinged. Wait a minute, you use raspberry jelly on your PB&J? Dude, you're unhinged. Shut the fuck up. Unhinged sucks ass. The Big 26. This was the thing that was happening last year where I started noticing people going, you're using, it'll be like something that's like out of that's uncouth. Like, you're using Cash App in the Big 20s, in the Big 25. Dude, I cannot wait for the sands of time to come for all of these Gen Z motherfuckers whose entire personality is what you're doing that at fucking insert age. They move the goalpost too. It'll be like, this dude's push. It'll be like a 25-year-old, and they'll be like, this guy's pushing 30 playing video games. It's like, dude, eat shit. Anyone who says the Big 26, I want you to take a big 30 gun and put it in your mouth, dude. I want you to take a big leap off of a tall bridge over shallow water. You suck, dude. Fuck that shit. The big 26. Nothing makes me think you are a smaller person than if you say the Big 26. Next up, It's Giving. Well, I don't even have to say anything about this. We all know that It's Giving sucks shit. I mean, shout out to the gays for putting that into circulation, and then for white women grabbing it. and really ruining it. Yeah, It's Giving can kick fucking rocks. Understood the assignment. Holy fuck, this shit is played out, dude. Does the assigner of the assignment even know what the assignment is, dude? Fucking kick rocks. You're done. Must be studied. Dude, if you type the words blankety blank must be studied, science is over. No one is studying anything. Children in college don't study. They just ask ChatGPT for the answers. I said ChatGPT straight boomer style right there, dude. I put in, there was too much of a pause. ChatGPT. If the understood the assignment, hey, buddy, I've got an assignment for you. Grab a piece of rope, make a noose. Vibes are over. I heard someone recently use vibes 3 times in one sentence, and I don't think they're my friend anymore. Like, straight up. I'm trying to remember what they said. It was coded is also on is pushing it, like millennial coded. It was something of like the vibes. Dude, it was so dumb. My brain wouldn't allow it to be placed inside of my memory. The vibes were something vibes, and I wanted to fucking shoot them. Yeah, vibes is over. I also recently learned that prolonged periods of stress and anxiety and depression really destroy your mental clarity in terms of your memory and recall. And I was like, oh, there it is, problem solved. I figured out what it is. I thought it was all the head trauma, but it turns out that it's just I've been freaking out for 5 years. So that's good to know. What's next on the list of shit that is fucking over with? This. If you post something and it just says this, you are no longer allowed to vote. We got to take your right to vote away. You can't be involved in society. You honestly shouldn't even be allowed to order your own sandwich at Subway. You should walk in and they should just give you what they give you, and you should have to just take it because you are fucking not worth. Oh, this is so mean. It's just like things that mildly annoy me, and I'm like, you need to be put in the back of a Winnebago and then put into a car crusher. It's just things that I've seen that are on the internet that annoy me. And then last but not least, was a movie. Was it a movie? Or did your card not get declined at the bar? I mean, dude, never once has Last Night been a movie. There is one time that Last Night was a movie, and it was super bad. And it literally was a movie. And by the way, that was an amalgamation of like 55 things that happened, and then they put it into one night, and that night was a movie. No night has ever been a movie. Chris Nolan ain't talking about your fucking bachelor party, bro. Your night wasn't a movie. You suck. Go die. Ending it on a positive note, as always. I have to be up to shoot all day again tomorrow, so I'm going to run home. I'm going to fucking edit this here program, and I'm going to put it out into the internet. And thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever it is you're doing. I hope you got a laugh or two, and that you are currently taking a crowbar out of your garage, walking around the front of your home, and ripping the Ring camera off your door. Here's the thought, guys. They sell boxes that are basically safes that you can put on your front porch so that packages can get delivered and without them getting stolen, and you give the code to your fucking delivery person, and then they can safely leave you packages, and we don't have to all be monitored by the government or whatever fucking company wants to sell our facial recognition so that you can't walk into a goddamn Target without them trying to fucking shift it. Dude, if you don't think that they're not going to use that facial recognition to determine what area you live in so they can then adjust the pricing dynamically in stores, which Walmart is literally doing that. They're selling things at different prices to different people. It's fucking crazy. And Ring camera is going to be involved. We just gotta, dude, if you have a Ring camera, I seriously encourage you to disable it. Don't do that shit. And if you have a camera in your house, people are watching you, dude. The shit's on Wi-Fi. It is what it is. I get it. You want to check in on your dog. You want to see what your little kitty cat's up to. You want to know what he's up to? He's taking naps, man. He's fine. He is fine. That camera is not about the safety of your dog. It's about you. And you need to get over it and fucking chill and not worry about it. It's going to be fine. People are watching you sleep, bro. Like jerk off or whatever it is else you're doing in the privacy of your own goddamn home. Heaven forbid you live in a state, some backwards ass state where weed's still illegal, and now you, whatever. I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. But anyway, you fucking rule. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in a week. Later.